folks? Cannabis Stock News today. You're looking at Aurora Cannabis. That's ACB. This is from request from a viewer named Chris F. Thanks for the comment, Chris. And here we are looking at the daily chart of ACB. This was started out as one of the number one cannabis stocks out there. It had dropped to under $1, and after a reverse split here, you see it, the price dropped all the way down to $5.30, and then you see it exploding past this 50-day EMA exponential moving average, and then bursting all the way up to nearly $20. That's a high of a high of $19.68 on this day. It's May 18th. And then you see the dips all the way down here to $12.11. Fast forwarding to today, where it closed at $12.18 down to $12.15 in after hours. And during trading today, it was actually under $12. Now you see just meandering down, and during this explosion that happened, where it went to near $20, you see the very high volume. Extremely high. Here's 102 million. It's 2 days of around 100 million, and like 33 million, 67 million. This bottom day here, where it hits down to $12.11, is a key number that it got lower than that number finally today. So you see the volume is just low volume. You see a high shadow here on a slightly higher volume day. A large upper shadow followed by a decrease. You see the same thing here with another upside down hammer that's red, and with the tall upper shadow and a decrease afterwards. The same thing here on 5/28, June 9th, and June 23rd. And so it's still meandering downwards with low volume. So the question is, where is it going to get support? Well, what you want to see is, you want to see this stock burst upwards through this 50-day EMA the same way it did back on May 15th. And right now, with this kind of volume, like today's volume is 3.35 million, it's just not going to cut it. July 2nd was under 3 million. It's getting like 3 million the last couple of days only. It's just not going to cut it, folks. You might zoom out and look at this and say, okay, well, this could be a nice triangle that it could bounce out of. Well, the question is, what number is it going to bounce at? If you could look at these key numbers, like the low here on this day was 12.32. Well, it's already gotten lower than that. It's already gotten lower than 12.11, though it didn't close at that point. See, the high on 5/15 was 11.88. So that's one of the key numbers. Is it going to be able to hold 11.88? I don't really think so with this very low volume that it has. And you see the low on 5/15 is $7.80, opening at 8.35. So is it gonna drop and look for support between around $8 range? That's where I think it's going, folks. Let me add the indicator. Let me add a RSI indicator here. And you see the RSI dropped way down to, 22, and right now it's at 44. So the RSI is like maintaining like this mid-level, even though the stock price is not. It's going down the whole time. At this point, the RSI was 56, but it's only gone down to 44, and you're going to want to. I would want to see it go down to this, at least the low 30s, like 33, before it can get another huge bounce. This stock's for gamblers. Yeah, I think that there's a bounce coming in the future, but I think it needs to drop a lot in price before getting to that bounce. So let's look at a couple other things about Aurora Cannabis. Average volume, 10-day average volume is only 3.02 million, compared to the 3-month average volume, which was 10.71 million. That's not good. It's like less than a third. So one thing that looks better is the shares outstanding after the split. It's just over 100 million. It's 112 million. It's not bad for a stock that has a volume in the millions like this for the average. Now, one thing I like to do when looking at any stock is to check out the New Cannabis Ventures ranking tab, and you could see a quick comparison by ranking. Here's first they list the U.S. dollar reporting, and then they list the Canadian dollar reporting. They list everything by quarterly sales. I like to click on adjusted operating income and see ranked from top to bottom adjusted operating income. So I'm going to the Canadian reporting. This is in Canadian dollars. Aurora Cannabis is second to the bottom, and even if compared to the American ones, it's in the bottom like 4. It's down there with Canopy, Acreage, and Tilray in adjusted operating income being negative. So yes, it has 75.5 million quarter sales, 75.5 million quarter sales, but this adjusted op income is terrible. I mean, why not invest in one of these positive ones on either side here, or the ones that are close to being positive? You just kind of look at these two numbers and compare and think about, like, this would have to double for that to hit zero. I mean, anyway, yeah. So the adjusted operating income is not very impressive for Aurora Cannabis, and that's just one of the things I like to look at for all these stocks. And pretty much that's my look at ACB, folks. I think it's going to drop to this bar, somewhere on this bar, and I want to see the RSI get down to somewhere between 22 and 33, something like that, like it was on these 2 days. And I think it'll maybe have to drop down to the $8 mark to get some real volume going. That's my look at ACB, Aurora Cannabis. Hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for more videos from Cannabis Stock News Today.